come through. Olamide's album is coming up very soon. In fact, how did you even deviate? Olamide's album is coming very soon.
Let me answer your
And
question. I know
yeah,
you asked, now you go deviate. But yes, I think it's going to be significant. And I like the angle you went.
yeah,
Because, I mean, would it be like a curtain closer for Olamide? Maybe, because his title is by his name. It's going to be very significant.
it's significant. Yes,
He's been a custodian of what the merge of Afrobeats and street rap music has been. He's
yeah.
played in both worlds and been successful. Will it be his last album? Based on what he said in the past, I don't believe so. But with the things you've said, does it look like it? Maybe,
I
maybe
think
not.
it
I
looks
don't.
like
I don't
it.
believe it. I
The
don't
fact
believe
that
it.
you name like there's no better for me. I think there's no better way to round up the album thing. I mean, it could still be dropping singles, but when you give an album, it's too significant. It's too significant to say my last album. I titled the Olamide just to it's too. It looks too emotional.
Right.
There's the
Alamde is too young. He's not gonna stop. He's too
He's
young
not
to
going to
stop.
stop dropping albums, projects,
Even
EPs,
song,
and
no,
everything.
he's too young. When you have a Tiwa Savage in her 40s, still doing music, you
Music
are
and everything.
literally what, 36, 37?
Yeah,
You're not
yeah,
stopping.
yeah.
I don't think it is.
There was something we posted on our IG today, I think, talking about the artists, young artists that should be on the project. Big Lala Olamide is known to support a lot of younger artists. Carpe Diem album had CK, had Bella Shmurda, had
Hmm?
Omale on Infinity, had a couple of other young artists. There was this guy, what's his name again now? Um
Which
Bad
person?
Boy Teams,
Okay,
on that
noted.
album in 2020 as well. So it's another era for Lamide.
Hmm.
Fola is there. There's Ayomaf. There's Logos Olori signed to Davido's DMW. There's Shode. There's Morave. There's Leah. There are a couple
Why
of.
are you
There's
putting
Odumodu
these
Black.
DMW guys? Are you seriously thinking DMW guys will feature on another
It's
album?
possible. It's possible. There's Mayokun as well. Olamide and Mayokun have a song that they've teased like 2-3 years ago. There's Tenny as well, who loves Bado so much. There's Asake still, who is still an ex-YBNL member. There's a Fireboy DML. People have been touting loads of names for this album. Olamide, the album, June the 3rd. Who are the art? We know Wizkid is there already. Female artists, male artists, upcoming, established, Big Dala, can you possibly take a guess
I think
or
it's
different guesses
Yeah, I think the street guys. My number one pick would be Ayomaf. I think Ayomaf would be there.
on the album? Yeah.
You did mention Sade, and I think yes, people who come up from the streets they look up so much to people like Olamide, and if he calls, they answer, even if they don't come.
Definitely. Bado
Now,
na
even
Baba.
from what's his name, from ID Kabasa's interview of his first round, apparently Olamide was one of the, I won't say officially the A&R, but he had insights for ID Kabasa on who should feature on some of the songs. You know,
Mm.
so the anytime remix that he did, apparently the idea to bring in Ayomaf
Yeah. Yeah.
was Olamide. So
Mhm.
yeah, Olamide is in the know of what Ayomaf is and everything. He's probably
Yeah.
going to voice the
Fireboy DML
content.
connection and everything.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. And I think he'll make it. Those are the two names I know
Big
that
Lala,
people
she
anticipate.
vibes. She vibes. She vibes. Everyone has been asking, Sheyi vibes. When are we going to ever see Sheyi vibes and Olamide? There's just, I don't know. There just seem to be some. I I can't place it. I can't place it.
But you know what? You know
Ideally,
what it is. You know
Olamide
what
and
it is
Sheyi vibes
right
should have
now.
a song together.
And it's fun that you actually mentioned this, but I think there's actually a possibility there. You know why?
Mm.
The reason why is Olamide's people before who are these, yeah, Empire people, which
Yeah,
is
yeah,
Mr. Karim and Co. That's
yeah.
the people who are handling Sheyi vibes right now. So
Right.
that linkage, that connection is there. So there is a possibility that might happen. But if you want to feature all these people now, where do you not have the chance to showcase yourself as an artist?
Well, Olamide could have about 15 tracks. He did it with with Carpe Diem. But yeah, like we said, or like you said, actually, this title of the album seems to be, self-titled, so it may just be more about him and all of that. Are we going to have Fino on this album?
That's never gonna change.
He didn't have him
Always
on
be
the
a
last
Fino.
album.
You didn't have a Moniki guy.
He didn't have him on what's the name? I think there was a there
Moniki
was
guy.
there was a
He would
project.
have been in there. I
No,
don't think he
no,
would.
no. Fido did not have Olamide
His
on
album.
his own album, yeah, because they normally have themselves. So for the first time, we didn't see Olamide on Fido's album. So is Olamide going to repay or going to reciprocate that, or are we going to have Fido on this?
I think we're gonna have Fino on this. I don't think those guys they've run too deep.
They've run too deep. They've
They've
run
run
too
too
deep.
deep, right? I mean, and it was significant what they did for the country. They
Mhm.
merged West and East,
Yeah,
and yeah,
yeah.
I think
Young John
he'll be there.
feels Asake, Fireboy, Lil Kesh. Any
Mm, mm.
any of them on the album? Do you think?
They were on Nicky Guy on Cinco Sister.
Yeah, Synchro System. Yeah.
I think those ones are gone. I don't think they're gonna. Nah, they're not gonna make it move.
One final Asake and Labde collabo. You don't think so?
Uh, I think all of Asake has been trying to make moves, trying to, you know, that he's started out Olamide on a freestyle,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
even on his song, even on the interview, shout out Olamide, but it's just there's been that sort of reach out. So
Yeah.
it's clear that things are not well. If I see it, I'm going to be surprised. If I see something like that, I'm going to be surprised.
Right. Anyways, do you think, like we said earlier, Burna Boy on the album is Wizkid already on the album? Burna Boy, Tiwa Savage, the ladies, Teddy, Nini.
It's just too much.
Um,
Yeah, anyways,
I think
how
King
many
Madi
feats
may
is
be
there?
on this album. I think Olamide and King Madi are quite. King Madi may be on this album. I think so.
How many people do you want him to put on the album?
No, no, this is just no. We are just
You are
having loads of
speculating.
names and everything.
How much should you put? I don't want to waste my speculations. You go put money.
I think King Madi. Okay, let me give my own guess. Ayomaf is going to be there on the album.
Don't copy me. I mentioned your mouth already. It's a
Yeah,
draft
but
now.
I mean, Ayomaf is
It's a
okay. I'm gonna
draft
go with.
now. I
I'm
mentioned
gonna.
your mouth.
I'm
Mention
gonna.
another person.
I'm gonna go with King Madi. She's gonna be on the
How many
album.
should you choose?
I'm gonna choose three. So
Choose three.
for me, King Madi.
For me, your mouth.
The second person I would say would be Fola.
That's a good choice. That's a good choice.
Fola.
Hmm.
Fola.
I'm gonna go share you vibes.
Okay. And the third person for me would be Burna Boy.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go Fino. Fino for
Fino
me. Ayoma
Shea vibes
and share you
and I am
vibes.
life. I
Those
go
are
with
my
King
three.
Madi. I go with Burna Boy. And I'm going with who else again did I call? I called
Um,
one more name.
Three now, abi?
Yeah.
Madi,
King
Burna
Madi,
Boy,
Burna Boy,
and Fola.
and Fola. And Fola, yeah. And Fola. Yeah.
We'll mark our scripts.
Yeah, we'll mark our script when it's out and everything. Anyways, Olamide self-titled album Olamide will be out very soon. What else do you expect from the album, Big Lala?
See, Olamide is great. I'm not gonna knock him, but yeah, I don't want to, based on what he's dropped so far, which is Sky. Yeah, we already know what to expect.
Yeah.
Sky is very decent record. I know you go down hyper and far and everything, but yes, it's a decent record. Um, why you laugh now?
It's a decent record, just decent.
It's a very decent record because there's some quotable lines there, very good quotable lines for banter. Like when people they do anyhow, banger boys, anybody won't blow. So you have so many quotables on that,
Right.
on that, and I think that's what we're going to be calling Burna Boy right now, banger boy. So that's what he is right now. I'm sorry for bringing Burna Boy into this conversation, but yeah, I just want to keep that in. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Olamide. Bill always will be. Albums from beginning from Rhapsody to date.
To date, yeah.
There were times where you thought, oh wow, just slow down and recover. But he
Yeah.
didn't listen. He did his thing anyway. The album that we hit. The one that will not hit, will not hit. And it doesn't change the fact that
Yeah.
almost every year he drops an album. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm looking forward to it.